100%. I'm Jake McHugh. I'm a professional MMA fighter. I'm fighting out next generation MMA Liverpool. I am 3-1 as a professional. I've been training about 5 years now. Full-time MMA. I've done judo since I was 8. I started jiu-jitsu when I was like 14, 15. Took a little bit of time off, but I've been smashing the MMA for about 5 years. I love it. There's nothing else I'd rather do with my life.
In terms of, so I want to just break down your career and how far you've come in terms of your story and what you've had to battle with. So for the guys who don't know what you've had to go through in your life, could you just give a little intro into what you've had to deal with and how you're back fighting professionally as well?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll start from the beginning. I started as an amateur. I went 5-0, and then I went on the Octagon UK and Ireland TV show. I lost my first fight on that. And then I came home, and then we were like, should you go pro? Should you not go pro? And he was like, yeah, you may as well just go pro. So I went pro, had 2 fights as a professional, and then unfortunately got diagnosed with testicular cancer. So I went through all that, I had surgery, had chemo, came out the other side, came back into training pretty much instantly. That was quite hard, having to come back into training because I was fat, I was bald, and I was not fit whatsoever. That was a little journey in itself, and then I got back to fighting professionally, and here we are today.
Can we talk about the challenges of going through testicular cancer, but you've overcome that, thank God, but now you're back training at an elite level. What were the challenges you had to face coming back training pro with these guys downstairs?
It was, so because I had to go through chemo and stuff, I did lose a lot of like strength and muscle, and I did nothing but eat and drink bevies, have bevies all day, and so I came back really unfit. That was the biggest challenge, to be honest, was having to come back and regain all the fitness and the strength that I'd worked so hard to build up in the first place. That took a couple of months of just grind, basically, having to restart as if I was training from nothing. Technically, that's like the technical side of training never really leaves you. You know what I mean? You've still got it locked in. That was honestly the toughest thing. A little bit mentally as well, because I love routine. Routine's a big part of my life. I do the same stuff pretty much every single day. And when I'm in camp, I eat the same foods at pretty much the exact same time every single day. When it comes to training, at the same time, I love my routine. And that was one of the biggest things that got disrupted through cancer, because I was couch bound, and through the chemo I was super fatigued, so I couldn't do anything, and my immune system was absolute arse because of the surgery and the chemo, so I couldn't even come and teach the kids like I usually do, because they're all snotty and horrible. It wouldn't have gone good. So that was the biggest disruptor in my life, in terms of like a mental side of it. So having to try and force myself back into a routine and try and get my life back on track, basically, that was quite difficult to have to deal with. But all the guys at Next Gen, and they just treated me the exact same, like nothing had ever changed, and that helped a lot. You know what I mean?
I mean, you must have the utmost respect of everyone in this building for you to survive and beat something like that and be fighting professionally. You must be really respected in the gym.
Sort of, yeah. Bloody Liam Gittins, the first thing he did when he saw me bald head was burst out laughing. He was like, what's that? I was like, oh, mate.
I mean, maybe you were just trying to make you laugh.
Yeah, that's honestly the best thing, though. That's exactly what I needed. That little bit of normality to help me bring me back into life.
Can we talk about the Oddballs Foundation?
Yeah,
is that quite important to you to sort of use their foundation to sort of push?
100%. So, like, I always say to people, look, the biggest thing that cancer takes away from you is time. So there's a big chunk of my life now that's sort of just gone, and I'll never get that back. So rather than just like sit and cry and be like, oh, I want to make that mean something. So being part of the Oddballs Foundation as an ambassador helps me take that part of my life, and instead of it just being gone, I can make that mean something, and I can help other people. And basically, yeah, so that's what the Oddballs sort of means to me, and being able to just spread and raise awareness. Because like before I had cancer, I knew absolutely nothing about it. I found the lump completely by accident. So if I hadn't have found it by accident, I would have 100% been dead because I had one of the most aggressive forms. But because I caught it early, it was quite easy. And testicular cancer is the most treatable cancer that you can have. If you're going to have one, you probably want testicular cancer. So the Oddballs mission is to help people find it early so that they have a really easy time with it. And I think that's amazing. And a good few people have messaged me, or even people that I know personally have gone and got checked because they've checked and found something.
Yeah.
Most of it has just meant nothing. One guy actually, because of something he saw that I did, got checked and then never even had to have chemo because he caught it that early. And that's what I want. That makes that part of my life have meaning now. So
amazing. You spoke about you doing an open mat 28th of June. Could you tell people about 100%. This, please?
So I'm really excited about this. I'm putting on an open mat event in support of the Oddballs Foundation to try and raise some money for them and raise some awareness around the disease and hopefully educate a few people. It's been boss. The support has been unreal. We've had people offer to do all sorts, photography. We've got Monster Energy, Zebra Mats, and one of my sponsors, Ainsco, Fire and Security. There's a good few other people who like really eager to get involved as well, which is really nice to see that everybody comes together around such like an awkward subject, if that makes sense. Yeah. Everyone just wants to help. It's been amazing. So awesome. June 28th, it's only a $5. You don't even have to do the open mat. You can just come down and just say hello. Hopefully we're going to have some cool stuff on. So yeah. Perfect.
Let's talk about your return in March. So you returned in March. It wasn't exactly how you'd wanted it to go.
Maybe not.
Yeah. But we've got some cards coming up on the horizon. We've got Cage Warriors, Manchester, London, and Newcastle coming up soon. Do we have any fight news? Are you going to be fighting on Cage Warriors Unplugged in Manchester?
Yeah, hopefully. So obviously March didn't quite go as planned, but all respect to Matthew Elliott. He's a beast. He's sick. So I've had 2 fights since I've been back from cancer. One, Conor Patterson, which I won. Happy days. One with Matthew, which I unfortunately lost. And then hopefully one coming up on June 19th or 20th in Manchester. So I'm really excited about that, to get back in the win column, make my return.
Awesome. Is there anything that you're thinking of bringing into this fight that you didn't get an opportunity to show in the last one?
Definitely, because the other one lasted about a minute. I just got bing. So I'm looking to show actual my skills, basically actual MMA.
Okay.
Being able to spend some time in there.
What would you give people who might be suffering with a sickness, who don't, you know what what humans are like? They don't want to get stuff checked. They want to leave it. Yeah. Oh, I'll be all right if I leave it for 2 weeks. What's your advice for people who might have a sickness, or who might have like an underlying condition, who are scared to sort of go to the doctors and get themselves checked out?
Do you know what? Like, everybody sort of looks for a secret ingredient, and there isn't one. You've just got to take ownership of your life and just do it. There is no. You can watch a bunch of YouTube motivational videos if that helps, but realistically, you just need to get up and do it. I have a big thing where, like, if you're physically capable of doing something, then you should just do it. There is no like if, buts, and maybes where like you're feeling tired, so you don't want to get out of bed anymore in the morning. If your legs work and you can walk, then you need to get up out of bed and just do it. Everybody's different, so I lean on my girlfriend quite heavily. She's like, I've been with her for 6.5 years. We've lived together for 5.5 years. Everything that I go through goes through her. She was there for me throughout cancer. She was there for absolutely everything. So if I'm ever having a shit morning or a shit day, I just not even like tell her sometimes, just talk to her and just be like, do you want a coffee? Do you want to do that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way.
Comfort.
Comfort. Yeah, exactly. So if you're struggling with it, maybe find something to help comfort you when you do it. But realistically, you just got to get up and do it. Like, when I found the lump, I spoke to her. I was like, this feels weird. What do you reckon? And then she was like, that does feel weird. So I was like, right, it's time to go to the doctor's then. And she was like, probably, yeah. Just them little conversations help. And if you don't have someone like that, then more than welcome to reach out to me. Instagram, it's open for everybody to message me, and I'll walk you through each stage of everything that I've been through, and then hopefully that'll help.
That's crazy. I have so much respect for what you've been through. I couldn't imagine having to deal with that and still fighting on the bigger lights of Cage Warriors. So it's a massive honoured to get a chance to speak to you, honestly.
Thank you.
My last question is, there's a bit of excitement in the gym.
Yeah.
It got announced last week that Paddy's going to be fighting on a Conor McGregor card.
Yeah.
Connor's back against Max Holloway.
Yeah.
And Paddy Pimblett is going to be co-main event against BSD, Benoit Saint Denis. Can I ask you what you think is going to happen with that fight in terms of prediction? How do you think that fight will go, Paddy versus BSD wise?
Paddy's going to take him down and rear naked choke him. Definitely.
What round are you saying?
What round? BSD is the dog, to be fair. I reckon probably second or third round. I reckon like Paddy is one of the most exciting fighters ever. That's what maybe some people don't give him as much credit for.
Yeah.
Every fight he's ever been in has been sick to watch. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I reckon it's going to be an exciting first round, and then Paddy's superior grappling will show, and he's going to take him down and choke him.
Smashing. Honestly, thank you for your time. It's been amazing.
100%.
That means
Thank
a
you
lot.
very
Thank
much.
you, mate. Thank you.
Nice one.
See you later, guys. Thank you.